Hello and welcome back to our channel. As you can see behind us, we started fire, and that's because we're cooking up steak and potatoes outside. Now we're gonna need a lot of firewood because obviously we're cooking steak and potatoes today. So you see, these dried sting nettles, they're the best ones for startup fire because they're basically hollow and really easy to catch alight. So you'll need a lot of them. If we go over here, you can already see we have gotten a lot of it, like a lot. So, and then smaller sticks, and obviously get bigger and bigger. Remember to only get dry sticks that snap easily, otherwise it's just not going to work. You can also use some paper to start up the fire just so it's a bit easier. So you can see that the dried sting nettles are catching alight very easily. That's why they are all straw, of course. It's quite efficient. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. Only in a couple of seconds, the fire has already started. Also, when cooking outside, you have to wait for a bit so the fire turns a bit into ash and calms down, so you can actually cook quite well. For the potatoes as well, you're going to cover them with the ash afterwards. Not just, but when you are cooking outdoors, of course, you need to be a bit more organised and have a bit more patience, but it tastes a lot better, trust me. You can always also, kids, if you're washing, you can take your parents outside and spend some quality time together. It's really nice sitting around the campfire and cooking something up. Okay, so now we have to get all of our stuff out. So here we have some salt and pepper. Of course you can add anything you want really, but we just wanted to keep it simple for this video. We have our cutting board for seasoning and such. We got these to put over the fire to cook our vegetables and fruit, such as paprika, apples. If you cook them over the fire, they're soft, sweet, just delicious, full of taste and texture. We also have leeks and condiments, which is mustard, ketchup. I like mine plain, but no judging. We have some banana. You can keep over the fire too. You have red onion, garlic, mushrooms.
Delicious.
Yeah, very nice. And of course, steak and some sausages. In our next bag, we have some clean wipes. You can have them. It's better to have them outside, or antibacterial wipes, just to clean your hands and keep everything clean. After that, we got some bread. Trust me, delicious with steak. If you have just something to eat. We have oil, of course. I wouldn't recommend using butter for just outside things, and even when you're cooking some steak at home, because butter burns a lot faster than the steak cooks. So oil is the way to go. Sunflower or other. We have paper plates. They're biodegradable, and after you can just burn them in the fire. Or you can get normal plates and carry them home. It's your choice really. After that,
We have some
bag spilled, but yes, we got some potatoes that you cook in the ash after you get everything done.
They're delicious.
They are. And forks and knives. No. And if you have all of that, set to go. As you can see that the fire has calmed down, we put 3 logs, one up and then 2 to create a surface for the steaks to cook.
here is where we put the vegetables.
Yep.
So we lay them down.
And when you're cooking vegetables, you don't want them to be over a roaring fire because they'll just burn and it won't be very nice. But when cooking outside, and if you're cooking potatoes, of course, patience is key, because for the potatoes you need a lot of ash. I know I mean a lot, so you can actually bury them and they'll come out nice. So for this fire to, calm down and for us to actually get to cooking, took about half an hour or so. And yeah, don't get impatient, and also if you're just waiting for the fire to calm down, you can spend some time with your folks. It's very nice. Okay, so now we're going to season the steaks and get them ready. For this video we're just using salt and pepper, but you can also use paprika, steak seasoning, whatever you like really. So first, of course, get your steaks on your board and then just go crazy. Don't be scarce, because there'll be no taste if you are. Some salt, pepper, then you want to just beat it in. Alright, Roman, do this one.
Okay.
Okay, so now that's nice and beat in, flip to the other side and repeat the process. Would you like to do the side? Sure, go on. Nicely done. Pepper. And beat it in. And that's basically your steak done. Okay, now for the vegetables, all you need to do really is put them on your roast, lay them down, and look at them once in a while, see if they're done or not. Get your paper plates ready, put on your sauces. That's it really. Now, as you can see, we have a little area for the steak where we put our pan and such, and here is where we're gonna put our potatoes. So right now you want to just scoop all the ash
Out.
deep. Yep, not out, but on the side. And out. Remember, the ash is very hot, so watch out. Now Roman's gonna put the potatoes in. This is why you need a lot of wood, a lot of ash, everything. And now when you got all of them in, you just cover them up. For us, this is how you want it to look really. 3 big logs, just so you see this one kind of caught on fire, but no worries, if they're thick, they're strong, it's not gonna burn out. So you don't have to worry about that. And here, you can't see the potatoes, and that's how it's supposed to be. So they're inside cooking, and leave them there. Here we have our grill where we shall put our fruits and vegetables, and they can simmer there. And here, put our pan, and you want to have a slight angle, so it's all nice. And don't have roaring flames, because then it will just burn. So this is how it's supposed to look really. If you got some skins from vegetables or fruit, if you don't like that, you can just put it in the fire. It'll burn and no harm done. But if you are cooking, don't put any plastic in the fire, because it will just taste of plastic. It will not be nice, believe me. And the smoke is black and it stinks and it's disgusting. So better just throw that in a plastic bag, or whatever you got on hand, of course. If you are cooking fruits and vegetables and then steak, you should put half an hour after you put the fruit and vegetables and potatoes on the fire. Only half an hour later you should actually put the steak on, because steak is only 4 minutes on one side. So then at the end you got a nice hot meal. If you're also cooking bananas and leeks, you put them 5 minutes before the steaks onto the ash. Unlike the potatoes, the bananas and leeks have to be on, not under.
If you're hungry, it's nice to do some sausages first to eat them, and it's quite relaxing.
Just a suggestion, when you will get some sausages over the fire, get Polish ones. They're delicious, meaty, straight from the motherland. In a couple of minutes we'll be putting the steaks on because, as you can see, our vegetables are basically done. And as I said before, you need to put the bananas and the leeks onto the ash. And when we put the steaks on, they'll practically be done. So from this point, you can see the oil starting to simmer, and now you start the 4 minutes.
Now it's time to flip over the steaks. Watch out, because the oil is very hot, so ask an adult to do it for you. As you see now, the steaks are prepared really well. Like we said, you need 4 minutes for the steaks to be good on each side.
Now we're taking off our vegetables, fruit, and we're going to be uncovering the potatoes in a minute.
Okay.
So now you see the potatoes under the ash. And this is the final product. Juicy steaks full of everything, really. Delicious. We have our vegetables and fruit, and finally our potatoes. And you put some red onion on. And who doesn't like garlic to go with it? It may look a bit burnt, but trust me, it isn't. It tastes very good. This is the final product. We have the red onion steak, our potatoes, paprika, mushrooms, and banana. Here are the leeks as well. Here's everyone's plate. Nice and juicy, full of protein, fibres, and goodness.